From the old end of the line of the Western and Atlantic Railroad, that's where Atlanta was born. And there a train horn still remains in Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And it signals whenever it's time for football in the town once called Terminus. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday night primetime contest between the Los Angeles Rams and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Here's Jordan Whittington on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. It's a 17-year pro steering this ship, Brock, an active leader in basically every passing category and continuing to try and build that Hall of Fame case. Matthew Stafford.
All this guy did was lead the Rams to the playoffs for the third time in 4 years, Kate, a season ago. Getting them their first postseason win, in fact, since Super Bowl 56. This guy, he already sits top 10 in career completions, yards, and touchdowns. He's been the model of consistency.
First snap, and Stafford's going to throw. Nakua here, he's got it. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down.
It's a gain of
that goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
That's good for a Rams first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
The first carry now for Kyron Williams. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
First down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Stafford from the gun. Pass him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
A gain of 5. First down, Rams.
We've set it down from 37. Up the gut they go with Williams. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that game. A.J. Terrell making that stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. They'll throw 3rd and long. Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down. They're going to mark him at the 14. An excellent gain. 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
20. That's another Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. The rookie from Notre Dame able to take him down.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. On the play fake, here's Stafford. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Puka Nacua touchdown. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or can they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Rams will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Falcons, nothing.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Carter on the return. His effort's going to get him to that 32-yard line before he's taken down. So out have the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out now in his 14th season, Brock. That's not bad for a fourth-rounder out of Michigan State back in 2012, huh? It is Kirk Cousins.
Kid, I don't think I'm the only one wondering whether or not age is catching up to Cousins. He was often injured last year, ultimately benched at the end of the season. But this is a guy who will enter the year top 20 all-time in passing in the NFL and been a durable starter for the majority of it.
Slot man motioned over. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. You get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
London going to motion over right. First down, and they go right back to it. And I don't think he got beyond the line there. Yep, no gain on the play. It's going to be second down.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Another carry for Robinson. They stuck with him and got the same results. He is stopped at the line once again to quickly bring up third down.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Throwing on third, Cousins. Go right side, caught by Mooney. And he's able to cross midfield before going out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So with the Falcons set to punt on fourth, on comes Bradley Pinion. Back deep for the Rams, it's Xavier Smith. And this one never had a shot. It's well over the goal line and the end zone entirely. That'll be a touchback. Well, Brock, this game, like all of our games this week, one piece of our John Madden Thanksgiving celebration weekend. A way that the NFL and all of us here at EA Sports honor a legendary figure in the history of this game on a holiday he held dear. So for Brock, myself, everybody on our great EA Sports crew, hope you had an excellent Thanksgiving, everybody, and a great weekend of football. First call here coming from the shotgun. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. That finds Adams downfield. And he has it right near midfield here. Looks like about a yard short. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. They pick the handoff. Now Stafford. Throw right side. Caught by Smith. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
2nd down now. They need 7. Here's Stafford. He's got a man left. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12.
Move the chains! Got to move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
A gain of 12. 1st down, Los Angeles.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. A handoff for Williams, running left. Gets it forward for a gain of 3. Leonard Floyd bringing that play to a close.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The runs that amount to really very little statistically and identifying what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Play action now for Stafford. He's got the hook up to Atwell. Great coverage all the way to the sideline. They're on him to end that quick pass before he can get vertical.
2 yards.
Now that is a potential drive killer. Defenders all over that one. He kept him from getting vertical after the catch.
Falcons bringing out an extra defensive back for 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Got a man, that's Nakua. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
19 yards. That's another Rams 1st down. A gain of 19 yards. And a Rams 1st down.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
On 1st down, here's Stafford. That is an LA touchdown. The Rams take a 13-0 lead. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the 1st half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams drive out to an early 14-0 lead.
Falcons, nothing.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. On the return, here's D. Alford. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. The Falcons taking the field for their 2nd drive. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And also ready just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Staying with Robinson. He dodged the tackle. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
And the Falcons 1st down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
1st and 10. Cousins. Completed over the middle. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
To number 8.
And that's going to do it for our 1st quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. The Rams out to an early advantage. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our 2nd quarter. It's Falcons football. They're looking at 2nd and 3. An option give to Robinson. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
A loss of a yard.
That goose egg up on the scoreboard, Brock, that is not going away anytime soon if they keep having plays like that.
They really need something. An injection of energy here. Nothing will take the spark out of a series quite like getting stuck for a loss.
Running back sent in motion. Now Cousins on 3rd and short. Gets this one to London. And he's taken down at the 30. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
A gain of 19 yards. And the Falcons 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. It doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
4 yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Cousins out of the pistol here. Short pass brought in. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons start to fight back with their 1st points of this game. Kyle Pitts with a touchdown.
That play really had all the elements you're looking for from a tight end, showing that he can stretch that field. If you're out, check. Secure the catch, quickly become a runner, check. And finally go finish that drive off and celebrate with your homeboys.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after try. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
14. Falcons 7.
And just like that, we're back to a one-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Blake Corum now to return it. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And we'll see if the perfect start can continue as they try for their 3rd touchdown in 3 drives. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Throwing now, Stafford. Finds his man over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just beyond the 30 at the 31.
There's no question, Kate, the big play is down the seam or will make tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches, they really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
We send a man in motion. On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And this will only complicate matters for 3rd down, partner. They're sent backwards.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. To the air on 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. He's taken down, but not before he gets this one at the 41. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
And the Rams, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Throwing now on 1st down. Stafford gets some space around midfield. And this is marked down right along that 40-yard line. They get 19 on that pickup. And the Rams have the 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. Rolling from the pistol, Stafford into traffic, complete. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
I'm not going to lie, I know they got a completion, and completions, you never turn them down. But to make that throw for those yards into double coverage, that is way too much risk for that reward.
Offensive line, this is 2nd and 4. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he will not get the first, but ooh, this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. 3rd down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. Ooh, they're on him quick. He's not going to get the yard they need, Brock. He only gets back to the line. That's going to bring up 4th down.
It's weird to say, and it certainly won't show up on the stat sheet, but I want to give a lot of credit to that runner. Even though it didn't gain a yard, it actually took a heck of an effort just to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Field goal would have been 49 yards, Brock, but they want to go for this instead. They've got a man in motion. Going forward, it's Williams. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. And that was a big 3-yard gain because of instead of a turnover on downs, partner, it gets him the first.
Okay, you call that play in a huddle as a quarterback, you break the huddle, and you can almost feel it right from the jump. You get that surge at the point of attack on 4th and short. They did, and then some to move those chains.
1st down throw here for Stafford. Hits him on the out route. And he stopped just before he reaches the red zone at the 21.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw it with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
Shotgun snap to Stafford. Catch made the right side by Nakua. And he won't have any room after that quick pass. Well covered by the defense. That play loses yards.
Well, even a drop would have been better than that, frankly. Couldn't find a way back to the line of scrimmage, and it's a rare pass that actually loses yardage.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. They'll air it out on 3rd. He has the first over the middle. And they get this down to the 12-yard line before being stopped.
A gain of 12 yards.
It's a gain of 12 on that one, and that's going to be good for an LA first down.
A gain of 12.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. From the red zone on 1st. He'll get this inside the 10 to the 9.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. One of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
To throw, Stafford. Send up the screen here for Coral. And they'll get there and stop him at the line.
To Blake Coral. A 1-yard gain brings up 3rd and 6.
So 3rd and 6 on deck, Brock, as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. 6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down. Stafford from the gun. He's got it. And they don't get much out of this pass. He's hauled down a little shy of that first. It's 4th down now. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Offense is staying out there, and they're ready to go for it on 4th down. Trying for it with Stafford. And then it's caught in the end zone for the LA touchdown. The Rams grow their lead just before halftime. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
Nevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Extra point set right down the middle. And the Rams double their lead to 14.
Falcons 7.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Carter on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
The Falcons
onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you got to imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Cousins. Has him on the quick hitter. It's an excellent work to drive them all the way up past the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10 from the 32. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. To the right side and wheeled in by London. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
It's a gain of 5.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Throw right side, caught by Mooney. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its second. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
First down from the 42. Now Cousins again. The left side is caught by Pitts. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line.
That can be a hopeless feeling when you fire a curl route right into zone coverage perfectly like that. Unless that curl happens to be right next to where one of your guys is sitting, that pass can hum in there and there's nothing this defense can do.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Cousins to throw once again. Complete. It's for John Robinson. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. He gets 6 on that play. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal units. This is a 44-yard look from the right hash. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that gets him back to within 11.
Hey, we've all learned enough to look at the numbers through the years and know how important points are going into halftime and coming out of halftime. They accomplished the first task. Now they get a chance to begin the second half of the ball as well.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends on half, or if we get a play from scrimmage, as this one's away. Whittington now on the return. Jukes away from one. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So a 2-score game here at the break. Some work to be done as we get ready for the EA Sports Halftime Report with Scott Hanson. Scott?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hanson and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the third quarter as we're ready to kick off the second half. Back out to our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
Thanks so much, Scott. Appreciate the update, as always. And welcome back, everyone. Third quarter about to get underway. Got a 2-score ball game here as we resume play. Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Carter on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Out comes the Atlanta offense for the debut possession of the second half. They'll try to get that ground game established better than they did in the opening half, Brock. See if they can attack that deficit. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Starting the half with Robinson. And they'll stop him after he picks up 4 to begin this drive.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. Play action now for Cousins. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield.
Gain of 17
That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
From the gun, it's Robinson. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. To the air, Cousins. Short pass brought in. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Looking to throw, Cousins. That one's caught by Mooney. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Falcon first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
Shotgun snap, a give to Robinson. This is ahead for about 5. Tackle made by Cameron Curl.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Robinson on the inside give. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
This is going to be play number 8 of this drive as they set up for 3rd and 5. Back to throw. Cousins. Gets this one to London. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down.
1st and 10 at the
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
A toss now to Robinson. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
They fake the handoff. Now Cousins. It's inside the 10. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Here's Robinson. Fought off a tackle, but he lost the football. And it looks like that'll be Rams football.
You know, Kate, that's a stop they're going to use as teaching tape for an entire season. Heck, the offseason. That pressed against their own end zone, making an impact play. No one expected to force a fumble. His effort directly kept points off the scoreboard, and it's that type of effort that coaches want to see from everyone on the field.
Out come the Rams on offense. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
Yeah, and in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. He swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time.
Jesse Bates.
Gained a little bit there. Kind of feels like a gain of nothing. You know why? Because you're still playing with your backs against the end zone. No real breathing room and no margin for error.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Dive play straight ahead. And they're not going to stop him until he gets out to that 16-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And the Rams have the 1st down.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a 3rd down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
1st down throw here for Stafford. Brought in right side. And they take him down at the 24-yard line.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Up the gut they go with Williams. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Stafford now on 3rd down. A nice run here past the 35. And he gets this up to the 38-yard line. A gain of 15 there. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
1st down. A gain of 15.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
On 1st down, here's Stafford. And he just hucks this one away. Wasn't going to risk a throw or force something. It brings up 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. On the play fake, here's Stafford. He goes back to him yet again, complete. And he's tackled for no gain.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
3rd down, line to gain, 9 yards out. They'll air it out on 3rd. Got a man, that's Nakua. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. He picks up 15 on the play. And the Rams have the 1st down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Straight ahead with Williams. And 2nd down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Following the run, we see he's still out there dealing with some sort of injury. They'll head out to check on him. All right, a couple yards to make up, Brock. Time to rediscover the magic on this drive. Here's 2nd and 12. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Finds him over the middle. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here they come. This is 3rd and 5. Stafford from the gun. Hits him on the out route. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
All you can do is shake your head sometimes. Sure, the pass play works, but they come up just an inch or two short for the first down.
So here's Harrison Nevis, ready for the field goal try. Ball spotted on that right hash, 53 yards out. At the distance, but no good. It finds that left upright. And the game stays at 11.
Man, that is a sound every kicker dreads. I really thought it had a chance to sneak in, but instead, it's rejected by the upright.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Cousins out of the pistol here. Cut by the open man. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
Yeah, let's get those next-gen stats out here, Kate. See just how far he had to run between the snap of the football and when he finally got the throw. Did a beautiful job of settling down into zone coverage, even though it took him a whole lot of distance to get there.
All set to go now from the 35. Here's Robinson up the middle. And gets this one down inside the 30. That's a gain of 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Design quarterback run here. And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
It may not show up as much on the old stat sheet, just a short little QB run, but what that does, Kate, is so important. It keeps that defense honest, and in particular, those defensive linemen, those cleats in the ground, they're not just coming after you in the pocket. Now they've got to think about you as a runner as well.
Now Cousins on 3rd and short. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of 8. And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. This is Robinson. And he has enough room to gain about 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign that they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
Hey, talk to me. What you got?
Cousins now off the play fake. Finds his back. It's Robinson. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
It's a
play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
At the 8-yard line.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Going right side, Robinson with it. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
Shotgun snap now to Cousins. And the Rams are there, and down he goes. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's 3rd and goal.
You get into the red zone, and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Big play coming up here as everyone gets set for 3rd and goal. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Cousins for all 6. Picked up by the Rams. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover. Oh boy, Brock, some very unfortunate deja vu offensively here. This is exactly how their last drive came to an end too.
Yeah, bummer for the offense, but exactly what the defense has worked on this week. Right, they find those ball security culprits and they take advantage of them. They study that tape, Kate, all week long, looking to see who's loose with the football and where they can take advantage of it, and they've done it on back-to-back drives.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he gets up for a gain of about 4.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
2nd and 6.
Four yards on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Another run for Williams. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
And it's 3rd down.
Throwing now on 3rd and 2. Completes. It's Atwell. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike.
A gain of 12 yards.
And it's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line.
17 more yards.
That play good for 17 and a 1st down.
Rams, 1st down. 1st and 10.
And that right there is about the best you can hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Give to Williams from the gun. And hopefully a bit of a wake-up for their ground game. It's a solid pickup there on the play. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd.
A humble 5-6-yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
On 2nd down, it's Williams again. And he gets this forward to the 19. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And the Rams have the 1st down.
That's another.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they can stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
Offense is set. 1st and 10. Looking inside the red zone. He's got it to him yet again. and that is caught. And he's out just before he can hit the end zone, but what a nice first and goal here from the 2.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Not able to make a push for that goal line. He's hit for a loss back at the 3. That's a nice quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Stafford now against the blitz. And he's going to have the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams have likely locked up the win right there. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams push their lead to 18.
Falcons 10.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Carter on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And this drive would be a win if they can just hang on to the football, Brock, coming off those back-to-back turnovers. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Starting this drive with a design run. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Back at the 20-yard
QB runs can be some of the most difficult plays for these defenses, but not for the defense right there. Did their homework, and they get an A+ for how they defended that play.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And a nice chunk there, about 7. He's up to the 27. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Falcons trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. He's going to run for it. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
1st and 10.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Now we're on with Robinson. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play.
He's brought down.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, Cousins. Looking for his back, but it will not find him. That's incomplete. Brings up 3rd down.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. They'll throw, 3rd and long. He'll get this complete to Pitts. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that 3rd down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
Down big, they're going to exhaust all options, it appears. The offense lining up to go for this. Motioning the tight end now. Desperation time here on 4th. Complete to Pitts. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at 2nd. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting the 1st.
48-yard line.
Football's on the 48. Here we go. 1st down. Now Cousins again. Completed over the middle. And he's going to be drugged down. It looks like at that 37-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
It's Cousins once more. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And he gets down to the 24 before he stopped. The Falcons take a timeout to their final 1. And now they're powerless to stop that clock with a timeout at least.
1st down.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from 1st down to 1st down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Robinson. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. To the air, Cousins. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And it brings up 3rd down.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Third and long, they're going to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. Oh, we put way too much on that one, Brock. Over the end zone and out. So they take their shot for the end zone, Brock, rather than focusing on that 1st down marker. And now they've got a decision to make.
Yeah, I think with that incompletion, they made the decision. You better send that field goal team on. They took their shot. They just couldn't finish it.
All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. No good. The pass goes incomplete, and that lengthy drive ends with nothing but a turnover on downs. So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. And it's not quite a full game shutout, Brock, but keeping that other side off the board in the 2nd half, that sure went a long way towards securing them this win. Made things a lot easier for everyone else to operate in the closing stages of the game. Well, that'll do it for us, for Brock Heward and our entire hard-working crew. I'm Kate Scott. This has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are winners as we say goodbye from Atlanta.